Yes. You hear me? We're getting. Welcome, my peoples. We have arrived to episode 8 of my talkative sessions, the Spiritual Hygiene podcast. Yeah, where I merely recite my own life, my trials and tribulations, how I've overcome them, whilst giving my viewpoints on the current spiritual climate in the world as we know it today. But forget the long talking intro and all of that. We're here, episode 8. And what's episode 8? Episode 8 is the Earth Angel. We are going to get into this. This is going to throw a spanner in the works. Let me sip my water first. And we're going to get into this one here, my people. Now remember, in the description, I have the disclaimer where I say, this is for entertainment, mainly for the benefit and the entertainment of the viewer. This is not an attack on any religion, any demographic, anybody. I'm just reciting my life. So we're gonna get into it. And you know how they say spelling is spell casting. You know, the English language itself is a cursive language. So we're gonna dive deep. So on my studies, and you know what? What's even crazy is this wasn't even going to be episode 8. I do want to give a big shout out, because you got to give credit where credit is due. There's a YouTuber that I've stumbled across, and I kid you not, there's no coincidences. So he's just on my wavelength. Shouts out to Pushy Push. I'm going to leave his YouTube link in the description. I've not even communicated with this brother, but I don't want to take full credit for this. Do you understand? Even though it is my own work, it's just I come across it and I was like, wow, this is someone that's seen the same thing as man. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And he's worded it in a different way, and I'm like, okay, yeah. This is a sign. Spirit, the Most High, is pushing me to put out this message effective immediately. So once again, big shouts out to yourself, Killy. King, you're doing beer things and you're spot on. Now, the cursive language. And I want to start off by saying I am located in the United Kingdom. Yeah, so on my journeys, on my trials and tribulations, I stumbled across something. If you look back throughout the podcast series from MK Ultra, True Spirituality, Illusions, Reality in Actuality, I came to the realization that words do hold actual power. Not just that, there's actual meanings behind certain words. You know, a lot of words, we should be checking the etymology behind these words. But let me get to where I ended up diving down this rabbit hole of, and this might even be a lengthy episode to be fair, diving down this rabbit hole, what we call an earth angel. So I've stumbled across loads of individuals that self-proclaim themselves to me as an earth angels. Yeah, but their behavior screams darky, aka demon. Now, once again, I'm not trying to hurt, but if the shoe fits, wear it. So, there's individuals in their mental faculties proclaiming themselves to be angels, earth angels, but they act in a manner that's demonic, whether they perceive that as demonic. You might say, what's demonic? So let's say if somebody either offers you their child or suggests that, or they're into the nightlife, or they do all things that is unmoralistic, unupright, indecent in society. So if they were to lay themselves bare to society, society would say, oh my gosh, if that makes any sense. Now, I'm thinking, why does people think that? And I've come across that a lot of people have this concept, I'm an earth angel and da da da, but you're doing things that's unholy like. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, let me do some does the word angel have to be tied to holiness? Etymology of the words, etymology. Now, what I come to realize was the actual word angel, angel, derives from the word look at me, I can't even spell now, angeln, angelin, which is the home of the earth angels. What do you mean the earth angels? Nah, so the angelin is the home of the angeles. So angelin is the home of the angeles, which is spelled angles. Where's that? That's in Germany. That's a Germanic tribe. But wait there, we're gonna get into it. Yeah, so that place was called Angel. In point blank, you get angel with an N on it, but we're gonna say angel. So the Germanic tribe, how did this phrase earth angel become so global? And before I get into it, I want to say this. There's only one nation on the world that doesn't have an Independence Day, because every other nation needed to be independent from them. Every other nation speaks that cursive language, but we're gonna get into it. So, angel, Germanic tribe. How did it become so global? To become to everybody, their aunt, their niece, their nephew, they'll raise their child saying, you're an earth angel. How did this happen? Okay, so the angels, the Germanic tribe, they migrated. Where did they migrate to? They migrated to formerly known as the Great Britannia. The Great Britannia is what? England, the UK. The Great Britannia, when it was called the Great Britannia, was under what? More rulership. So the angels came. So if their hometown was called Angel, when they overcome the Great Britannia, what do you think they named it? Angel. The home of what? The earth angels, which is now known as England, the home of the earth angels. Do you understand? Now, the United Kingdom, they've colonized where? Near enough everywhere. So do you get the gist of where I'm going with this? So the word angel, does it have any connotation with spirituality or holiness? I hope you're hearing what I'm saying, you know. And those who have ears, let them hear. I'm just saying, does it? So now, has a lot of people worldwide taken a lie as their fact and ran with it? As I stated to you, I'm coming across individuals, I'm an earth angel. Is it? What's the definition of an angel? Or what's your definition of an angel? So they might, let's say even for me now, where I ended up being stalked by a whole nation because they can't comprehend people actually working on themselves. Because history shows it's just in your nature, so you're just doing what's in your nature. But what's in my nature is to be a boss. Oh my gosh, what? Cool down, cool down, cool down. Yeah? So, you have now where there's worldwide individuals saying it's their time, they have to, I don't know, but you know the agendas have to be agenda, and everybody's just got to play the game. If you must warm the bench, you warm the bench. Those who must lead with diligence, lead with diligence. So I'm saying, look, a lot of individuals didn't know I was created, I was being molded for a time like this. Meaning, as I stated in episode 7, Illusions, when I'm saying a lot of people are walking around saying peace, but it's a deception. It's falsehood. It's lies. It's, oh, peace, but really, war is in their heart. Really, all they know is war. And by sorceries was the whole world deceived. The book of Circe tells you, by sorceries, MK Ultra, mind control. Could you imagine now, you have demographics of people saying, I am an earth angel. Excuse me? What's an earth angel? An earth angel is a tribe of people, the angels, which their roots stem back from Germany, which they come and they took over, and aka took over the whole, took over the whole spot, B. They came with the TT and the China White and got country booming, had everyone's phones off. Now, I want to set that aside for a moment. And you know, let's say on this journey, a lot of people have been like, roll safe, this, that, and the third, and mind your head back, and rah, rah, rah. And I said, yeah, don't worry. Chess, not checkers. Let me turn my hat back. So, the angels, they came from Germany. How did they overcome Great Britannia? So, this is what I'm talking about. You know, when a lot of people, like a lot of people in my circumference would, they send shots about how I would lead. So let's say this. On my journey, I've seen melanated individuals fall for anything because they stand for nothing. Not even their self. Not even their history. Not anything. Not even a right cause or a wrong cause. So, let's say a lot of individuals that either should have been, rocking, but your mind has been warped. You now think you're an earth angel. So how the hell do you think you can rock with me? Yeah. You're just boring holes in the ark. Go over there and stay on the Titanic. Oh, roll safe. You need to... No. You need to roll safe. Go over there on the Titanic. Oh, you lost yourself. No. You lost yourself and you can't be found. Go over there on the Titanic. There's one thing for certain. That's how a nation is overcome. No solidarity. You stand for nothing. Let's look at Ethiopia. How comes the angels was not able to colonize Ethiopia? Can we? But how did they manage to overthrow Great Britannia? So now, you have a lot of individuals doing divide and conquer and doing all of this because it will benefit a certain demographic of people. But then you have individuals saying, I'm for everybody, but spreading lies and giving false love. That's ridiculous. Now I want to dive a lot deeper into the true systematic slavery and trafficking of those who don't bow to the MK Ultra or buy what's being sold, and those who actually have wealth. Because as I stated to you, if the English language is spellcasting, it's a cursive language, there's power in words, power of life and death in the tongue. Life is more spiritual than physical, but people believe spiritual lies. Like I'm saying to you, there's a lot of people saying they're earth angels. What is the definition of an earth angel? Where did this word derive from? Who told you these things? If you have taken a lie as a fact, if ancestors have regurgitated oral garbage and you've received it orally as fact, what's inside is sewage, and it's building up and it's rotting. Only truth is eternal, is immortal. Only that can stand the test of time. Only truth is invisible, it's visible, it's everywhere, it's anywhere, it's nowhere, it's there. Now, let me get into this now. So, I want to show how demographic, the colonization, how systematic the thing is that if you're not of certain people's kin, you're done now. So cool, look. Let's say me, for instance. I've been harassed, stalked, discriminated, defamed, frauded, Ponzi scheme, the whole 9 yards. All on bases to steal creativity, spiritual power, and to bend one's reality in actuality. Because if you do not know where you come from, you most certainly will not know where you're going. So let's say, hypothetically, all of the melanated people that just think that, you know, they're just gangbangers or drug dealers, that's a lie. And when I tried to better myself, and those in my circumference didn't and chose to still stick to the nonsense, but it's like, yet still, you get arrested and go, you're still subdued. So it's like, you can't even know me. Because you stand for nothing and fall for anything. And fall for everything. Oil and water can't mix. So I've got loyalty tattooed twice. What are you loyal to? I'm loyal to myself and the Most High first. And I was given a second chance at life, and I set up a business plan. And it's so crazy because we're reaching the 10-year mark right now. But through that business plan, I was regurgitating this knowledge. Whilst those who should have supported me sold me out. Because they've sold out from the very beginning. They were overcome. They just want the things, the materialism. So as I said now, a lot of stuff is merely Ponzi schemes. I told you, you're born, your bonds and stock, birth certificate, Ponzi scheme, everything. So if then now you go off rails without the guidance of the Most High, your authority don't raise you up in the way, they put you on the MK Ultra, child trafficking, child pornography, whatever it may be. You've gone through the machine. They've just fed you to the machine, the meat grinder, to just yam you up. Ooh, for what? For finances. But then, so where does the finance go? They're about to change the banking system. Are you gonna be in a good position? What's going on? So a lot of people, I think in the book, is it Psalms 82? It says, let's cut them off from being a people. Let's sit on the congregation. And what's a congregation? It's a demographic of people. So there's a lot of demographic of people that don't know where they're from, who they are, what's what. Everybody, all melanated people say, oh, we're the same. Anybody would say, I'm an earth angel. But the book of Circe tells you, if Satan transformed himself into an angel of light, his ministers transformed themselves into ministers of righteousness. So if earth, is that earthly experience where you have to experience your earthly experience, but you're experiencing it wrong. If you've opened Pandora's box that you can't close, the whole world was deceived by what? Saucer, bomber, part, read. But then, also, I do want to say, there are people that are in their legal rights to continue on the path that they're on because why? There are actual earth angels. Do you get what I'm saying to you? But I want to talk about why there's even melanated people running around saying they're earth angels and everybody claiming they're earth angels, they're of love, or they're throwing up peace signs, but they're running around with hatred in their heart saying shh, planning to do mass genocide on a demographic of people because of an off-body entity. But then they fail to forget that the whole world is going to go into lockdown, whether you're black, pink, blue, white, a Power Ranger or an Earth Angel. If you don't take you can't. So in the end, by sorcery, a lot of people was deceived to their demise. Hence why, when it comes to me, and I'm speaking to the melanated community, I say to a lot of you, stay on the Titanic, drink your champagne and eat your caviar, and look your kids in the face and know what you did for filthy lucre's sake. You rendered what was to Caesar to Caesar. You can't render what's to the Most High because you're not of the Most High. Wheat and tares, oil and water. So whilst a lot of these individuals are planning and it's no, you are the bait. We are on earth where we must experience our experience. We don't have the spirit of fear, but of peace, real love, and of a sound mind. And the book of Circe shows you, study to show thyself approved, so a workman is not ashamed. So over here on my side of the town, there is no shame. There should be shame on that side of town. Let's say with my circumference, the things that I've endured, overcome. Anybody that knows me, you've been part and parcel in selling our people. In where? Alright then. Sex trafficking. You're part and parcel of child porn. You're part and parcel of all of these things. Why? Because you stood for nothing. So within the melanated community, did we forget how to live and how to act? Or are we now so subdued under the cursive language, under the spell casting, the sorcery that was done over us? We're just YOLOing, living as individuals, doing whatever just for our own faculty or our family. This is how the people was overcome. This is how Great Britannia became the land of the Earth Angels. Because everybody, there's no unity in any aspect. There's individualism with no moral compass. That's a recipe for failure. That's everyone in hell thinking that they're the strongest. That's 11 strikers on a football team on one team. That's why I treat people how I want to be treated. I don't business. Black, pink, blue, white, yellow, purple. You see, if you know how to be a decent individual, you might be able to survive what's to come. You see, if you bear no humanity, no morality, because that human thing's a different thing, but yeah, then you're doomed. And then everybody will just basically say, I'm just gonna take this for my kid, but you willfully took your child on that shredder. A lot of parents living vicariously through their children, saying YOLO, throwing up peace signs. What did you profit from that? Anyway, I hope people know that your intentions will inevitably be your reward, and not all that glitters is gold. The Titanic's still at the bottom of the ocean today, and the Ark is at Mount Ararat today. Now, I'm gonna leave it here, my people, because the enemy is trying to mess up my electronics and stop the video continuously. So I just wanna cap it here. I might do a part 2, or I might just move on to episode 9. But I hope those who had ears most certainly heard. I hope you was left edified. I hope I articulated myself well enough. But the truth is much more bizarre than fiction. And I do want to leave with this. Don't take anything I say as fact. Always study for your own self. Study to show thyself approved. Once again, the disclaimer that is always in the description is I'm just reciting my own trials and tribulations, giving my current viewpoints on the spiritual climate within the world as we know it, whilst giving my little opinions in a comical style way. Once again, big up to Pushy Push. Are you mad? I'm going to definitely leave his YouTube link in the description, cause he's a serious historian. Serious. And it's so crazy how I bumped across Donnie's thing. But there's no coincidences. It was just ample time that I put out this message. Do you get it? But yeah, man, the truth is much more bizarre than fiction. And I want to say this: if you truly have love and peace in your heart, you wouldn't care about the truth coming out. So why does a lot of people act as if, you know, if you don't just study these things, it's right there? But as I stated, the melanated community is so destroyed, it's like you're just drug dealers or gangbangers. You don't read no books, you don't study more of your own history, your own lineage, and see where your predecessors went wrong and try to make the right decisions. Do you understand? I know where my predecessors went wrong, so I'm making the right decision. Huh? You mean?